Hello everyone. We will continue the topic ALV by CL underscore SALV underscore table class. And in the previous video, we started with filtering. Yes, if customer want a filtering based upon the coding, means customer is saying whenever the output is coming, I only want to see these records. It means we should write the logic. We should apply the filter with the help of coding. Yes, there is a filter button, but customer is saying, no, I will not go for or I will not apply that button. Whenever the output will be there, that data should be filtered based upon that. So we achieved that with the help of coding. Now we will go for further extension of this. In the previous video, we filtered based upon single value. Now suppose if customer is saying, and it's a real world, if customer is saying the filtration should be based upon the range. Suppose I only want those sales order number having the line items 10 to 20, or I will say 10 to 30. So in that case, you need to pass the range. Suppose if I am running this particular program, suppose I am just executing, I will not give any input. As of now, the line items, the sales order number having line item 20 are displaying. Suppose I'm simply removing the filter. This 20 is coming because we have written the logic for the same. I'm removing the filter. Suppose now, as of now, line item 10 is there, 20 is there, 30 is there. Suppose customer is saying, I bought those sales order, the line items 10 and 20. So what we will do, we will pass the low as 10 and we will pass the high as 20. And you all know, whenever we will go for range, the relational operator is between. Now, what will be the relational operator? It will be between. Now, I will go for simply low as 10 and what will be high? High will be 20. Suppose now I will simply go for activation. I will put dot here now. I will check the syntax and activate. So whatever the output will be there, we will get a range. I will go for running of the program. And whenever I will run, suppose I will not give any input. And you can see in the output, we have 10 and 20 both. 30 is not there. Previously, we have 30 also there. Now, if I will simply go for set filter, I will show you. Previously, we have only the value 20 is there. Now we have 10 is the low value and high value is the 20. And this is what we achieved through coding. If I will remove this filter, you will be able to see 30 also. So we have 10, we have 20, we have 30 also. Now the question will come into everyone's mind. Suppose I will not go for continuous range. Continuous range means what? Suppose customer is saying, I want the line item 10. I want the line item 30. Suppose I want the line item 70. Have you seen it is not in the range? So previously you gave the low value and high value. If I will give 10 to 70 here, so it will display 10 to 70. Now what customer is saying, customer is going for random values. Customer want those are records in the output having line item 10 and 30. See, it is not in continuation. Customer do not require 20 now. then how we will go for that particular thing. This is our requirement, and this is little bit tricky also. Suppose, as of now, what people will think? People will think one time I will go for 10, one time I will apply 30, and I will get a expected output. Suppose now what people will do. Suppose I will make a copy of this, and this is important. Here you will get the additional learning. So what maximum people will do? They will put postnar. What will be the option? Equal to, they will put low as 10. Suppose now we will not pass high. Now what they will do? They will again make a copy of this and they will pass 30 now. So they will go for now 30. So they will think one time they put the value 10, one time they put the value 30. Yes, we will get the output for two line items 10 and 30. Now I will show you. We will only get 10. We will not get 30. If I am running this particular program, if I will go for simple, if I will not giving any input, now you can see we are only getting 10. 30 is not there. You can check through here also. If I will go for set filter, you can see we have only 10. 30 is not there. So then how we can do that particular thing? In that case, what we will do? Suppose firstly you are going for 10 because now you need to add random values. So what is the first value? 10. Because this is real world. We are every time we are not going for range. If we want to go for range 10 to 30, it's very easy. We can put low as 10, we can put high as 20. Now we need to go for random values. We are picking the random values. So in that case, if you are going by this approach, whatever the value you are passing first, SAP will filter based upon that. SAP will not take the second value into consideration. Then what is the solution in that particular case? Firstly, pass 10. And now uncomment the receiving. Whenever I will proceed, you will understand. Now, whenever we are adding the filter for postnar based upon the low value 10. Now, I will simply pass one object in front of this. Suppose I am writing LO underscore filter. If I will check the type, whenever I will double click on add underscore filter, value is returning this object. See, previous class was CLSALV filters. Now we have CLSALV filter, not filters. It is giving us the object of this class. Now I will declare LO underscore filter type ref. So firstly, you filtered based upon a value, and in return, you got a object of this particular class, CLSALV filter. Now go for this class. And you can see in this class, we have a method add underscore cell opt. It is saying add the filter condition. Now, just description itself is saying you are adding the filter condition to the already existing. Suppose, see, we already have a filter. We already have a filter based upon line item number 10. Now we are adding additional filter. We are going for one more filter for line item number 30. So we will simply use that method. So I will comment this. It's not required. I can delete also because it will not fulfill your requirement. Now we will go for pattern button. Now I will go to ABAP object patterns, allo underscore filter. Now, what is your class? CLSALV filter, not CLSALV filters. Now we will go for which option, which particular method? Add underscore cell opt. We are adding the filter condition. Now I will go for OK. Once I will go for OK, you will get more clarity. Have you seen when I am adding the filter, I have not got any parameter for the postnar. I am not passing postnar again because whenever you call this method, you got a object for postnar only, for the postnar, and you are adding a additional filter condition to postnar only. So I will simply uncomment try block. I will uncomment exporting sign I option EQ, and what will be your low? Now I will add the low as 30. This receiving is not required. Best practices, uncomment the catch. So this is the way how you can add. We want to add a additional filter condition. So in that case, you cannot go for add filter method again. So it will second time, it will not take into consideration. So you need to get the object of that particular filter. And after that, you need to call the method add underscore cell opt of a different class itself. So this particular condition will be added to this condition, and you can very clearly understand post now we are not passing again. So this condition will be added to this only because we are using the same object. Now I will check the syntax. I will go for activate. Okay, I put dot here. I will remove because now it is in continuation. Okay, we'll put dot here. I will activate and we will run and check. I will run. I will go for, suppose I will not go for any input. Now you can see 10 is also coming, 30 is also coming. Check. Set filter. You can see here, if I will go for this button, multiple selection, 10 and 30. Important concept, extremely important concept, because maximum people struggle, because if it is range or single value, it's okay. But so many times we will not go for range. We have so many times we will not go for single value. We will go for random values. So in that case, we need to go for this particular thing. We need to write the logic in this way. So what is the summary of last video and this video? Firstly, we studied how you can filter based upon single value. Choose the method add underscore filter, put the column name, sign I option EQ and pass the single value. After that, we studied if you want to go for range. Put the relational operator between low value, high value. Now the question comes, in real world, this is never the case that we will always go for single value and range. Many times we will go for multiple values which are not in range. Then how you can do? Maximum people, what they will do? They will call this method add underscore filter 2 times. One time they will put first value, one time they will put second value, but that will not work. We need to add the filter conditions for the existing column. So you need to get the object. Once you get the object, there is a method in the class add underscore cell opt. It means your additional condition will be added to the already existing condition. This condition will be added here. And have you seen post-nar? We are not passing again because we are using the object and we are adding the condition. So this is the way how you can go for filtering based upon multiple values which are not in range, an extremely important concept. So that's it in this particular video. Thank you.